everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of Tone's Talkshow. I'm your host, Tone France, and today we're gonna learn what did Evan do with his pet dragon, what does Ned do in his free time, and what did Trevor do with the golden gun? This is a question and answer show where you get to ask me and my characters questions. And if your question wasn't picked for this episode, don't worry. Leave your question down below in the comments or join the Discord and add your question there. And maybe it'll get chosen for episode 15. Now, we have a lot of questions to get to, so let's get started. Jacob Perez asks, what's my favorite series? This is a tough one. I love all the series for different reasons. Playtime with Cousin is super easy to do. Richard's Prank Show takes a lot more work, but I think that's really fun. But overall, my favorite series would have to be Trevor Tries, because I feel like I can fit a lot of stuff into that short video, and it gives me an opportunity to film in places that I wouldn't normally film in, which is a lot of fun. Plus, everybody likes seeing Trevor fail at things, even though he claims that he succeeds every single time. Luis asks, in Good Boy Camp 3, when someone shoots me, how does it land so perfectly? And do I actually fall and hurt myself? Sometimes I do hurt myself a little bit, but in order to make the falls seem realistic, what I do is I put my hand out. That way there's a sound when my hand hits the ground, but it sounds like my body's hitting the ground. But my hand protects me from actually hitting the ground. So watch this. See? I'm fine, but my hand is what made that noise. Mondo asks, what do I think I'd be doing if I wasn't bored during quarantine and didn't try making videos? That's a tough one because I obviously can't see into alternate dimensions, but if I had to make a guess, I would assume that I'd be working somewhere in New York City. Probably for a TV network of some sort. That is what I went to school for, is TV production and business, so I would probably, hopefully be an associate producer at this point. TV is a dying field to work in, and it is so hard to find a job and maintain a job. So I am so fortunate to be able to do these videos and kind of be my own boss, and that's all thanks to you guys who watch these videos. So I really appreciate all of the views, likes, subscribers, every single thing that you guys do for me. I really appreciate it, and I do not take it for granted. But speaking of growing YouTube channels, Geo the Roblox Noob asks if I have any tips for growing a YouTube channel. Consistency is key. If you're not going to post consistently, then no one's going to want to subscribe to your YouTube channel. People like having a schedule. People like knowing that I post on Mondays and Fridays, and I really try very hard not to miss those days in posting. And I think my subscribers and people who aren't subscribed but still like the Tone France channel really enjoy the fact that I'm consistent. So even if you're struggling to get views, I would still post consistently on a certain day. Doesn't have to be twice a week, it can be once a week or once a month. That's the #1 problem that I see in a lot of people trying to make it big on YouTube. They give up too early, or they don't post consistently. They'll post one video 1 month, wait 3 months, and then post another video. And people just aren't interested in that. They like to know when their videos are coming out. Now, I gave you guys some advice, but I think it's time to take a break from asking me questions. Let's start asking the characters questions. It's time to welcome out our first guest. He's the smelliest turtle in town. Please welcome Evan. Hey, I am not smelly and I'm not a turtle either. Oh, boo-hoo. Sit down. We have a lot of questions for you. Brilliant. So what do the Ev fans want to know? Do you guys like that? I made that up myself. Good job. Thomas asks, how many showers have you had in your life? Probably 6. Not this month, Evan, in your life. Yeah, 6. I have to maximize my video game time. Oh, so that explains the smell. Anyway, Sandy asks, how many hours have you spent on video games? I'd say close to 500,000. Jeez, that's a lot of video games. Yeah, it is. Video games are a way of life. Even the cavemen played video games. I don't know where you heard that from, but okay. Cooler All Shucks asks, what's your favorite Lego set? The $1,000 Death Star. But that hasn't even come out yet. I know, but I'm definitely gonna get it because it's $1,000. and my dad has more than enough money for that. Oh, Evan, you love bragging about your money. Cootie asks, would you rather be rich and sad or poor and happy? Obviously rich and sad, because rich people are never sad. All of your facts are completely wrong, but whatever. Anyway, Evan Owens asks, what happened to your pet dragon? Ha! Shh! I don't know what you're talking about. Raggedy Dan, your dragon. I don't have a pet dragon, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you where he is. I'm not gonna let the government take him from me. Okay, that was weird. Now let's bring out Evan's cooler and nicer brother, Kevin. Howdy, y'all. Hey, Kevin, it's always great to see your smiling face. Always great to be here. Your first question is from Dylan, who asks, what did you do with the cowboy hats your dad and Tone gave you? Oh, I keep them locked up in my closet. They're such nice gifts. I don't want to get them dirty. Speaking of gifts, Lockby asks, do you have any Lego sets? Sadly, no. Every time that I get a Lego set, Evan either takes it for his own collection or sells it online to make more money. It's annoying. Oh yeah, I bet. Doesn't that make you mad though? Jenny May asks, do you have an evil side? Nope, not me. I'm 100% kind. Yeah, I know you are, Kevin. I don't know why the fans would think otherwise. But Nickel asks, why did you say maybe it's time for me to not be so kind in the girlfriend games? Well, that was just a tough moment for me. I've never really been into Sally like that. But the idea of not having her be my girlfriend made me really mad. So I said some things that I didn't really mean to say. But we all slip up sometimes, right? WWE fan asks, do you hate Tone's mom? No, of course not. She's a great lady. I just don't like the idea of her marrying my dad. But why? Woo! Would you look at the time? I gotta go feed the horses. So long, partner. Well, that was weird, but alright, let's bring out another character. He's sporty and annoying. Please welcome Trevor. What up, peeps? That's okay. You guys are all just jealous of me. No one's jealous of you, Trevor. Sit down. Give me my questions, man. Okay, the Drooper Split Production says, Sally doesn't like you and you're not cool. Richard doesn't want to be friends with you. Well, that wasn't really a question. It was more like a rude comment from one of my haters. But that's okay. I have a lot of haters. Everyone just wants to be like me, cause I'm the GOAT. Shaha asks, why do you think you're the GOAT when it's really Ronaldo? Ronaldo? Ronaldo wishes he was the GOAT. I'd love to see Ronaldo challenge me, because he would lose easily. Yeah, right. Bobo Elliott asks, how much weight can you lift? I don't know, 100 million pounds probably. No one can lift that much. Well, I can, but I'm not gonna prove it, because I injured my pinky nail. Tino asks, what was it like winning the Golden Gun? Oh, it was awesome, dude. I couldn't let my team lose. I had to be the hero. And having that Nerf gun just reminds me how great I am. I just have to keep it hidden, because I don't want my brother or my dad to steal it from me, because it's mine. It is a pretty cool gun. Andrew Prime asks, do you really have a crush on Miss Jane? Oh yeah, she makes learning fun. You realize she's a lot older than you, right? Yeah, but one day, if I keep growing, I'll be the same age as her. That's not how the world works. Get out of here, you weirdo. Whatever, man. You're just jealous. I can promise I'm not. Now let's see if being weird runs in Trevor's family, because it's time to welcome out his little brother, Terrence. Hey dudes! Oh yeah! Good to see you, Terrence. Take a seat. Let's talk. Uh-oh, I hope I'm not in trouble again. We'll see. Your first question is from I Am Decent, who asks, do you hate your brother? Nah, I don't hate him. I'm just better than him in every single possible way. And he's jealous of me. Man, you guys are cocky. Speaking of your brother, Burger Kid asks, How did you get the same hat as your brother? Well, I also have the same hat as my dad, and I don't know where he got it, man. He just said that we all need to have the same hats, because if we don't match, we ain't family. Right. And if you want to match with Trevor and Terrence's family, you can go buy that hat on ToneFrance.shop. What? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Aiden asks, would you rather eat ice cubes or lima beans? Dude, I can't believe I'm saying this, but ice cubes, because lima beans are gross. Eating ice cubes is not healthy. Asian boy asks, why did your dad send you to good boy camp years ago? Oh, I was a very bad kid. But my dad got super mad at me one time because I bit his finger. It almost fell off. He had to get it sewn back on. You're a crazy guy, Terrence. I think we're done here. You can go now. Yeah, I am crazy. Peace out, man. Wow, we've had way too many dumb people on this show. Let's bring out someone who's actually smart. And the smartest guy I know is Ned! Salutations! Alright, Ned, we've got a few questions for you. Yippee! I love brain teasers! Ask away! Kinsley asks, would you rather not study or not have friends? Oh gee willikers, that certainly is a hard question. I do enjoy time with my friends, but I also need to study, because if I study, then it'll make me smart. And if I'm smart, then one day I could possibly build my own friends. I don't think that's a good thing. Anyway, Thomas the Tank Engine asks, what would you do in your free time if your mom took away all of your favorite things? Oh dear, no books or homework? That would be terrible. But perhaps I would start conducting science experiments. What kind of experiments? Dangerous ones. Okay, a bit asks, why do you have bunk beds in your room if you're an only child? Oh, well, when I have nightmares, my mother sleeps in my room, though she used to sleep on the top bunk until one night it broke and it fell on me. Now I just have two separate beds next to each other. That way the bunk bed doesn't break again. But I don't think that's going to happen for a while. My mother is in prison at the moment. That doesn't surprise me. Crowball asks, where's your girlfriend? Oh, well, my mother didn't really like me seeing her, but now that my mother's gone, maybe I can see her more often. Well, I hope so, Ned. That's all the questions I have for you. Now go call up your girlfriend. Okay, yippee! Okay, let's take a break from asking the characters questions and let's get back to asking me some questions. My next question is from Brick Built Yoda, who asks, what is my ideal Star Wars watch order? Theirs is 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, Solo, Rogue One, and then 7, 8, and 9. I think I agree with this order. For someone who doesn't know the big plot twist in Star Wars, I would definitely recommend watching them 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3. However, if they already know the plot twist, you know if you know, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Solo, Rogue One, 7, 8, and 9 can always come after those movies. It's really a matter of deciding whether you show them the original trilogy and then the prequels, or the prequels and then the originals. My next question is from Gary, who asks, will I ever make a comic book based on my videos? This has been on my mind for a long time, and I really want to have my friend Matt draw up all those comics because he is amazing at doing art. And I have a few ideas on books and comic books that I'd like to write. It's just a matter of me taking the time to actually sit down and write those things. But hopefully, as we get closer to the end of the year, I can sit down and actually write because I have some fun ideas. The Drooper Split Productions asks, what costume is the hottest to wear? The superhero costumes for Heroes of the Backyard are insanely hot. I really try not to do Heroes of the Backyard during summertime, but of course that is when I usually get the most views because kids are off of school. So I always have to do Heroes of the Backyard in summer. It's not fun, but I do it for you guys. Just know that I am sweating a lot. But in terms of which normal costume do I sweat the most in, the answer might shock you. It's actually Trevor's costume, because that windbreaker gets very, very hot in the summertime and makes me sweat a lot, to the point where I can't even take off that shirt because it's stuck to my body. I know that's pretty gross, but just know when I make videos for you guys in the summer, I am usually suffering a lot, especially when I'm outside. Now, speaking of Heroes of the Backyard, Pumpkin is a Tone France fan asks, how did I come up with the superpowers for each character? I started doing Heroes of the Backyard a while ago, so I can't really remember my actual thought process, but I know that I just kind of took the most generic superpowers out there, you know, like super strength, super speed, mind reading, and then I just assigned them to the characters that I thought it would fit the best with. Looking back on it, there are definitely some powers that I wish I could switch, but we're kind of stuck with where we are, and I think the powers for the most part fit the characters. I know for a fact that Richard's power, being invisibility, is probably the best decision I made. But speaking of Richard, it's time to bring out that moody character. Come on out, Richard. Sup? All right, buddy, are you ready to answer some questions? No, but here I am. Ask me questions before I get bored. Okay. Axel asks, do you love your dad? I don't love anything, not even my parents, especially not my weirdo dad. Yeah, okay, sure, Richard, we all know you're a softie. B-Team asks, why do you dream of rainbows and butterflies if you're mean? I don't dream of that stuff, dude. I don't know where that rumor came from, but I do not dream of rainbows and butterflies. That was a one-time thing. Okay, I'm sorry for saying that. Let's change the subject to, Exploded Coffin. Jaxland asks, who's your favorite member of Exploded Coffin? Easy, Slasher Thrasher. Him being silent is so mysterious. You know, he could have been my teacher. Right, but you got Miss Jane instead. And speaking of school, Football Fantasy asks, would you rather spend 24 hours in school or 24 hours with Trevor? School, easily, no question. I'd rather spend an entire week in school than spend 24 hours with Trevor. But sadly, that's not the case. Wow, you really hate him that much? Average Phantom Enjoyer asks, if you had to choose one member of the group to get pranked, who would it be? Definitely Billy. He's easy to prank, because he's so dumb. That's true. But speaking of Billy, he's actually our next guest. So I guess I should let you go. Nice. I hated this. Wow. That was mean. Okay, well, you guys already know who our next guest is, so let's bring out Billy!
Hi, everyone! I'm excited to be here!
We're excited to have you, Billy. Take a seat. We're gonna ask you some questions.
Okay.
Ohana asks, would you rather win the lottery or become president?
Oh, that's tough. If I won the lottery, I could basically eat unlimited pizzas. But if I was the president, then I could have my private chef make me unlimited pizzas. So I guess I would be the president.
Wow, I'm glad you have your priorities straight, Billy. Anyway, speaking of your obsession with pizza, White Rabbit asks, how do you eat so much but never gain body fat?
'Cause I eat healthy.
No, you don't, Billy. We actually have a similar question from Stuff, who asks, how are your teeth so perfect if you eat lots of junk food?
I brush them all the time.
Oh, well that's good. What kind of toothpaste do you use?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter isn't toothpaste, Billy.
Oh, oops.
Oh, Billy, you worry me. Sohan asks, what happened to your biological parents?
I don't know. They gave me up for adoption, I guess.
Well, at least your new parents love you.
Yeah, they do. So I'm happy.
Abdul asks, what happened to your friend from your old school?
They stopped talking to me because I moved back home. But that's okay. I like my friends here a lot better.
That's good to hear, Billy. I love how positive you are.
Thanks! Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go home and eat my pre-dinner meal.
Pre-dinner meal? Oh, Billy, what is wrong with you? Let's bring out someone who might actually be dumber than Billy. We all know he's definitely smaller. Please help me welcome Little Johnny.
That's my name!
Yup, exactly. Sit down, Little Johnny.
Okay!
So, Tails fan asks, how does it feel to have your parents back?
It's great! I can finally do whatever I want and not get yelled at!
That's true. Your aunt is mean, but a lot of people think you might be a bit too dumb. Plushimations asks, are you secretly smart? No, but I did learn to tie my shoes the other day. Wow, see, you are kind of smart. But then I forgot. Oh, okay. TMKD Chester asks, why are you so good in Nerf Wars 4, 5, 6, and 7? Because no one wanted to be my friend. So then I became friends with an evil shark puppet who taught me the ways of Nerf. Oh, okay. That's totally normal, I guess. But now that you don't have your gator and shark puppets to play with, you play with dolls instead. And Nixel asks, how did you get hair from your cousin for your Tone doll? Oh, that's easy. I snuck into his bedroom and stole his hair while he slept. Yikes. Don't sneak into my bedroom, please. Okay, final question from Dice. Who was your favorite person in the group? My cousin! He's so cool and awesome. He's my best friend. Aw, that's nice. I don't know if he feels the same way though. He does. Trust me. He's my best friend. Now bring him out and ask him what he thinks of me. But don't tell him I told you to say anything. Okay. Let's bring out Little Johnny's big cousin and the main character, Tone! Hey everyone. Take a seat, Tone. We've got some questions for you. I'm ready to answer. Alright, so Super Puppet Time asks, how did you get so tough? Save some aura for the rest of us. Well, I'm not that great. I just seem great because everyone else is so weird. This is true. Now let's get to some deep questions. Leeds asks, are your parents divorced? And how did your mom get full custody of you? Yeah, my parents are divorced. But I don't know how my mom managed to get me this much. She's very sneaky. Yes, she is. King TF Edits asks, if you had a choice, would you live with your dad and sister? Well, I don't know if I'd want to live with them, but I definitely would like to see them again. Interesting. Space Pirate asks, how does it feel to be Uncle John and Aunt Jane's favorite nephew? Well, I'm their only nephew, so it feels good, I guess. They certainly do spoil me a lot, even though they don't have much money. Well, they spoil their son and your cousin, Little Johnny, a lot too. But speaking of him, Battle for Super Gem asks, how would you feel if Little Johnny wasn't in your life? Well, I'd definitely be a lot less stressed out. Hey, I heard that. Little Johnny, wait, I'm sorry. Ooh, family drama is never fun, but it makes some great content. Anyway, I think that's about it for this episode of Tone's Talk Show, but don't go yet, because now it's time for me to share some fan art. If you have some fan art that you want to send to me, you can send it to my Instagram DMs at ToneFrance. Or you can join the Discord and submit it there. The link is in the description. Now, let's start looking at some fan art. These drawings of Tone and Billy are from Ben. This drawing of Richard is from Karen's son. Henry made this awesome collage. Landon sent an idea for Billy's hide and seek fun. I Eat A Lot sent a drawing of Richard. Primrose sent a drawing of the whole gang. ToneFrance Roblox made Tone in Roblox. Little Animation drew some of the forgotten characters. Jose made the adult characters from Heroes of the Backyard. Roberto sent a drawing for Heroes of the Backyard 8. Tanjiro made a collage of Kevin's favorite things. Mikhail Charez drew Tone. The rest of these drawings are from Discord. Everything ToneFrance drew Sally. What is Nor drew Ned. Hyperdesk drew this awesome poster. Royal Gordon Productions made Mr. Michael in Lego. ToneFrance fan drew Tone. Ezzy Manny drew Corrupted Richard. Lloyd drew Tone versus Little Johnny. ToneFrance Edits made a Heroes of the Backyard book. And Rija made 8-bit Tone. And Cats Are Cute made Evil Tone. Wow guys, that art was amazing. You guys are so talented. Well, that just about does it for this show, but I really want to thank my channel members real quick. Without you, none of this would be possible, so thank you guys for your support. If you have a question for the next episode of Tone's Talk Show, leave it in the comments below or join the Discord and ask your question there. That's all for this episode, everyone. Thanks for watching Tone's Talk Show. See you later.